在合作关系里，希望能够共同来解决问题。
Very different type of strategies, very different application of the 5 golden.
因此，这个合作关系的谈判关系跟竞争的谈判关系是非常非常不一样的。
Rule. Examples of problem-solving strategies. Act.
OK， 所以 cooperative solution 又叫做什么 ？Problem-solving strategy， 解决问题的策略。
Actions in atmosphere confirm trust and a valued relationship.
它重什么 ？Trust 跟 interrelationship， 信任跟相互依赖的关系。
Instead of holding your cards very, very close to your vest, you're going to share information more freely, more openly.
你会跟对方分享一些资讯。
There'll be more trust involved. Leverage is downplayed, but it's still there. Leverage is downplayed, but it's still there. You're not openly talking about your alternative. You're not openly talking about your level of need, but there is an underlying assumption on both parts that, in fact, there is an alternative that may or may not exist, and you may need or not need the deal to a significant degree. A negotiation, an intra-family negotiation, may be one example where you share information with your brother or sister. Well, let's take an example, real-life example, piece of property in northern Wisconsin, family property, parents have died and has left.
这个是我想每个人都会遭遇到的问题，什么问题？遗产。比如说父母亲或是阿公阿嬷过世，然后那个家庭会为了遗产来协商，这个是每个人都会经历的。所以你们上这门课，这个最切身的一些问题都会利用到，绝对不会没有用，绝对有用。
That's the property to all 5 children. The 5 children need to make a determination as to who's going to pay the taxes, as to whether or not any of them want an ownership share. Maybe
因为遗产面临的就是谁要付遗产税，那谁获得什么样部分的遗产等等的，这个要透过 cooperation， 透过合作的方式，透过公开讯息的方式，而不是用相反的方式。
one of them is going to buy the other. They're going to relatively freely share information about comps, about their interests, assuming that you don't have some very significant sibling rivalries that exist. Leverage is downplayed. You're not going to talk about the fact that you could go to court, that you may have certain issues involved.
虽然你不会讲说为了某一样遗产，你可能会去诉诸法律，这种丑话不会讲出来。
But it's still there. You know that.
但是你也还是有这个权利去用这个方式，用法律诉诸法律的方式。有很多争遗产都争到法律，都到法庭啊，到报纸上都有。
That is a possibility. An overt reliance on objective criteria in that context, maybe the 5 siblings decide to, together hire several appraisers or try to come up with some independent process that they all agree will result in.
那这种合作的方式有时候会请第三者来当公证人。
A fair, objective evaluation of the property and a fair
来对整个所有财产做一个比较客观的评估。
objective split of the property for those that don't want to remain in.
也可以导致比较客观的分配财产。
Or those who do not want to continue to have an ownership interest in the property. Reasonable offers, more principal concessions, and
用比较合理的这个条件，合理的退让，
and mutually agreeable agenda and agenda control tactics. So,
而且用比较双方都可以接受的议程来谈判。
competitive is one end of the spectrum. Hold your cards very close to the vest. Focus on leverage. Use standards to your advantage. Very aggressive offer concession strategies, and you negotiate.
那 competitive 的方式就非常 aggressive， 非常这个强硬的方式。
Overtly try to control the agenda. And on the other end of the spectrum, problem-solving strategy. You share information.
所以 competitive 的相反是什么？相对是什么 ？cooperative.
More liberally, more openly. The actions and atmosphere are more problem-solving, more collaborative. Leverage is still there, but it's downplayed. You actually rely on those standards, oftentimes to definitively determine the result. A more reasonable offer concession strategy and mutually agreeable agenda and agenda control tactics.
OK， 所以这边主要讲了两种谈判的 rhetoric， 一个是什么 competitive， 那另外一个是什么 cooperative。那 competitive 的特性是什么 ？very close， 对不对？资讯不公开，然后要掌控 agenda， 掌控议程，然后它的目标是什么 ？interest， 它的利益是唯一的目标。然后相对的是什么样的谈判方式？是合作的谈判方式，或者 solution problem solving strategy， 问题解决问题的一个策略。然后它采用的是什么样的方式？是合作的态度，为了要建立为顾到关系的发展，两方面的关系。然后虽然它有一些手段。也可能去采取，但是不会讲出来。OK。The outcome of zero-sum negotiations is defined in terms of winners and losers. 零和游戏会导致两个东西，一个是赢家，一个是输家，对不对 ？One person gets what they want and feels smart. 一方面他得到他要的东西，然后就沾沾自喜，洋洋得意。While the other person loses out and feels cheated or failure， 另外一边他觉得好像输掉了，然后觉得被骗，失败了。A case of win-lose negotiation。这边我们来看一个影片，这个影片就是在讲卖车子然后不想买就算了，还骂人家，这个简直是在卖 antique。什么是 antique？ 古董，这个你卖你的古董的。
Welcome to the Business Advantage Training Program, the 3 rules for win-win negotiating.
OK， 它主要要介绍3个 win-win negotiation 的方法。
In Part 1, Ed Brodo, CEO of Ed Brodo Seminars in Monterey, California, one of the nation's foremost experts on the art of negotiation, discusses the 3 rules for becoming a better negotiator.
他介绍3个规则怎么样子来做一个成功的谈判者。
In Part 2, Ed Brodo will address some of the most frequently asked questions about negotiation.
在他介绍一些被问的问题。
Yeah, isn't she a beauty?
你看我这辆车子多棒，多漂亮。
You know, I'm actually going to hate to sell this car. I've been trying to sell this car for 2 months. I hope
可是他心里面在想说什么？我嘴巴讲说这个车子很棒其实他一直想要卖这辆车子，2个月一直卖不掉。
she buys it. Well, I'm not crazy about the way it corners, and acceleration seems a bit sluggish. This is exactly what I've been looking for.
然后他在那边讲一些坏话，说这个不是我要的，然后心里面在想什么？这个正是我要的。 你们好像有上过这一段，对不对？这个观念有没有上过？
How much?
口是心非啊。
She asking?
How much are you asking？ 你开个价吧，你要卖多少？
I can get 4,000. I can afford that. Baby.
他心里面想说，我可以卖4000块，二手车，4000美金。
Vacation. My wife's been bugging me about. 5.
结果他嘴巴讲出来是多少？5000块。
1,000? 5,000? Are you kidding?
5000块，你开什么玩笑？
With that mileage?
你这个车子的里程有多少了？你还要卖5000块？
I'll offer 3,500.
他心里面想说，我应该开一个多少？3500，3500。
If he pushes me, I'll try 4,000.
如果他再逼迫我的话，我会讲4000块。
3,500.
3500。
So he wants to play rough. Tell me.
他竟然杀我一架。
Make this car irresistible.
Well, you know, I just turned down 2 offers for 4,200.
Well,
刚刚别人出多少？4100，四件衣服我都没卖。
oh, I can write you a check right now for 3,500.
那我这样啊，我现在马上开一张支票给你，3500，就在那边发给你。
Look, if you're not serious about buying this car,
你既然没有诚意，
I'm afraid I've got some other things to do.
Well, Nick,
我还有别的事要做。
let's do it. Good luck in selling this antique.
那你就慢慢的卖你这辆古董嘛。所以前面这个negotiation是什么样的negotiation？是 cooperation 还是 competition？competition 对不对？好，那他接下来这个作者就介绍怎么样子用合作的方式来谈判。
Look familiar? That's how we've been trained to negotiate.
这是一般我们训练谈判的方式，就是讨价还价。
I'm Ed Broda, author of Negotiate with Confidence. I taught thousands of business executives how to negotiate, and I'd like to show you how to get what you want in a way that makes negotiating easier, more productive, and a whole lot more fun.
让谈判变得比较容易，而且呢，更 productive， 对双方更有利，而且更好玩。
It's called the win-win approach to negotiation.
这个称之为 win-win negotiation， 也就是 cooperative negotiation， 也就是什么 non-zero sum solution。
Everybody talks about win-win, but few people really know how it works. That's why I developed the 3 rules for win-win negotiating.
他要介绍3个 win-win negotiation 规则。
Change your behavior from adversarial to cooperative.
第一个方式就是改变你的行为，从原来的竞争的态度，把它变成合作的态度。
Develop trust by listening to the other negotiator.
第二个就是要建立互信，然后听对方发言，
And explore options for new.
同时去看看能不能找到对能够满足双方的这个选项。
Mutual satisfaction. If you follow these rules, you'll become a better negotiator. Your relationships can become richer, and everyone will look forward to working with you. The best part is you'll get what you want without making other people angry.
那最重要的就是你得到你要的东西，又不会得罪人。
Let's begin with rule number 1. Change your behavior from adversarial to cooperative.
从敌对的态度改变成为合作的态
This
度，
means don't adopt the other negotiator's hostility.
不要去对方hostility 就是采取敌对的态度，不要因为对方采取敌对的态度，你也去采取敌对的态度。
Concentrate on the real issue.
把重点放在什么？议题的本质，真正的议题本质，
Not the other person's personality.
而不要去管对方的人格特质。
Secondly, be a partner instead of a competitor.
当一个